The payment settings tab for WooCommerce is the most controversial in terms of how are you going to collect payments. A lot of people may want to go for the WooCommerce suggested one. The problem with this is that you are now having to use Stripe. Now, there are lots of ways that you can collect payment. There is nothing wrong with this, but you will have to make your own decision over if you want to use this solution because you are going to have to sign up with Stripe. I have instead gone for PayPal because you can pay with a PayPal account, or you could also enter in payments via a debit or a credit card. Now, I'm not saying that you must follow exactly what I'm saying to you. What we're going to do, though, is do PayPal. So I'm going to say complete setup. And remember, this is all based on the plugin that we said is okay to add in. Now, you are informed, and we were told regularly that we must activate PayPal fraud management. Now, I'm going to click activate now, and that jumps us over to this page here, which is part of the integration. What you're going to have to do, though, is go over to Google Recapture Admin. So in a way, we've jumped from payments to here because I just want to cover this off. You would go over, you would create an account, and then you would add in your keys and your secret keys, etc. And then you would hit save changes. And this is just an extra level of security. You can use other plugins to make your stores more secure, like WP Armor is a really good one. Some people have got snippets out there as well. But go for a solution that you know is trusted. Let's click complete setup for PayPal and we'll activate that. Now, please do notice that you weren't shown all of these on the initial page, which is why a lot of people might make the mistake of going for Woo payments. I find this very misleading. If you want to understand a bit more about the use of PayPal, you can see that you can use cards, pay in free, pay with PayPal. You can see what the commission rates are. Whether you use Stripe or other solutions, there's always going to be a rate that is applied. So if you are building these into your prices and you work it out methodically, even though they take commission, it won't hurt your bottom line. Let's go and click activate. And when you do this, you will then have to specify if you are using a business or a personal account. I strongly recommend you set up a PayPal business account. However, you can use personal, but if you really want to get the best out of PayPal, definitely go for business. You may want to have virtual and physical goods. Now, I do want to point out that even though I said recurring payments is allowed, you do have to have the WooCommerce subscription plugin enabled, and this does cost a bit of money. It currently costs £232 per year, and that's a hefty amount. There are other plugins out there, which I'm not going to show you in this video series at the moment, and when we do another version of this website where we're looking at courses, I may add this in. For now, we're just going to go for physical goods, and then I will click continue. Now, even though I have not selected virtual, I will show you when we are creating a product, what if it was a virtual one? How would we have set that up? Because you do have the option to add in links for your products. But for this purpose, for the payment gateway, we're going to leave this blank and then click continue. I will say that we will enable all of these options to be applied. The next part is we have to connect to PayPal. And once you've done that, you're now ready to go. I do want to point out, though, that no additional plugins have been added other than the WooCommerce PayPal payments. Where it starts to become a little bit complicated is that anytime if you come out of your site or into your site, or you go into WooCommerce settings and go to payments, you now see a load more options. And I really do feel like WooCommerce and a lot of platforms need to simplify this a lot easier because this can be overwhelming. What we're going to do is just go down to the bottom one where it says PayPal and pay via PayPal. I'm going to click manage. And this returns us over to this screen where we had loads of those options, and you can get rid of these if you want or leave them in. You will notice that when you scroll down, you have a lot of things that are active, like advanced credit debit cards, Google Pay, Apple Pay, pay later messaging. If we go to credit and debit cards, how do you want this to be displayed? I'm going to change this to be credit and debit card payments, display cardholder name, and save changes. Let's go back to the overview. Alternative payment methods. Are we going to allow people to use these? Now, this is what you were seeing when we went to payment settings. For instance, we have Blick and EPS. Let's go over to WooCommerce settings, go to payments, Blick, EPS, and all of the other ones. Are you going to allow them to be visible? Because this is where it's okay, maybe for someone in Poland who uses this, because you want people to have the option to buy. For simplicity, I am going to get rid of all of these. If I now go back over to my settings and payments, you can now see it's been massively reduced. I feel like you have to make this decision based on where you know your target audience are or where you're likely to sell a lot of items in terms of, do you need additional methods for people to purchase your items? Pay later messaging. So here's what will be displayed. And for each of them, you can also decide how they're going to be displayed. So do you want to go with a full logo? Do you want to have just a message? I will just leave them as inline. I don't worry about the logo being present there. I mean, you can modify it if you want. You can remove the color completely. The settings tab for the PayPal payments just clarifies, for instance, your connection, which is over at the top here, which I've hidden. But you can also add in an invoice prefix as well. I've called it Vlog Pro, so it's easy to understand that this product came from the Vlog Pro website. There isn't a lot more you need to change on this particular part. However, where we have the PayPal settings, I would say that for instant payments only, I would say that you don't want to go for payments where someone can pay and it might take a bit of time to clear, especially with checks. So I would say if I'm selling a product and I'm now going to start shipping, especially if it's a virtual downloadable product like an ebook, instant payments only makes absolute sense. The final thing I want to touch on here is the styling. So when it comes to your PayPal button, do you want to show a rectangle or do you want to show it as a pill? But if you do make any changes, you do have to make sure you go through every single one of these. So for instance, you may find that if you haven't picked, say, Express Checkout, it's gone back to the rectangle. So just go through each one of these and make sure you have set it up the way you want it to be. And if you don't like the color, you can also modify it. Now, you are slightly restricted as to what you can use, but with a bit of code, you can modify this. But I would say just go with what people are used to. I cannot stress this enough, because if you start to apply in your own unique branding, people might not recognize it. Whereas any website you go to, pay with PayPal, they're usually in black or the gold button these days. Always make sure you've hit save after doing that. Now that all was within this particular part of the payment gateway. And you can see how this is the bit that really puts people off, which is why I say get all of the setup done at the start before you start building out your website. So all of that was within PayPal. We've even got the standard card button as well. There are other PayPal payment plugins you can use if you find this process quite complicated. But WooCommerce are improving the range of facilities that are available for you when you are using PayPal. I mean, you could also go for Stripe as well, which covers a lot of what we did. But again, you would still have to go through the laborious work of ensuring your Apple Pay, Google Pay, and things are set up correctly.